comfortable balance between needing the nervous bathroom break, but also having that ability to do so.
Bring the whole gaming rig into the toilet.
That's what it's all about, man.
Toilet and
migrate your desk
at the same time.
Get your desk space, get your tablet, get your your mouse, your keyboard, and you're all set. Everything's fine. It's all good to go.
Please no.
Ooh, yeah, we will be getting into
the first warm-up.
Going for Doki Doki, the Barking Mad Dog version. This is quite a nice warm-up pick. Contains a lot of space streams, in particular, a little bit of hard to aim section. And not only that, but a few repeating sliders, or I guess hold sliders, which can kind of throw you off guard.
Is one of the more standard warm-ups, jumps, triplets, streams, kick sliders, space streams, I mean, pretty much everything for a warm-up.
Yeah, definitely not a bad choice, and not only that, but it's also a very, very fun map. I think the only thing is, actually passing this map can be a little bit of a troubling process. We've seen quite a lot of people fail on some of the space stream sections right towards the end. Many, many times. So many good runs have actually been choked due to those on this unranked map in particular. And as mentioned, here comes the space stream section. You see Dustus having pretty much no trouble with that whatsoever, still maintaining a combo here.
Probably played a lot of this map already.
Probably one of the few players who opted for this warm-up.
Yeah, that could be possible as well. You actually see fails, yeah.
Yeah, quite a few fails coming in on that. Kind of as expected, though. That map is pretty brutal towards the end. Yeah, that 1k combo, absolutely insane. Dustus definitely showing up here. Definitely going to have to be keeping all eyes on Dustus in this one, especially. But again, Germany does have a very, very solid roster overall. It's pretty much one of those things where you have to kind of keep your eyes all over the board. You have so many players out here just insanely consistent. But yeah, 3 miss on a map like that is really, really impressive. You can tell Dustus is definitely ready for this match.
Yeah,
We're worth actually mentioning that that was their first pass on that map.
Ooh, nice.
It's always a nice, solid personal achievement to do something like that. You know, whether you get your first pass or you beat one of your previous runs, it's always a good feeling because it just means that you were better than you were yesterday, or a couple of days ago, or even months ago.
But you know that feeling when you've passed it, and then a few weeks later you try to play again, but then you fail miserably, and you feel like you're the worst player in the world.
and then you realize that you're worse than the player you were yesterday.
Yeah. Like, no, I'm bad now. It's all on mind games.
But yeah, I'm not quite sure. I would have to say that was actually probably Denmark's pick, and this is most likely going to be Germany's pick, unless Denmark is picking this for the sake of it being a Dustus map. But this next map coming in is actually Neurotoxin, which is a map by Dustus. So this one is also a very, very brutal pick overall. Lots of very unconventional patterns, lots of awkward triangles, patterns that will pretty much throw you off in every terms of, pretty much every term of aim.
Yeah, also for those who don't know, Dustus has mapped a lot of map for training, I'd say.
It definitely looks like that is the case.
He deleted some of them recently. I'm not sure. Did he actually delete some of like Del Rio? Because I can't find it anymore. Probably he might have updated it, but I'm not sure.
I would have to say that I think that Del Rio has actually been updated and it is
right.
loved now. And If I recall correctly, that's one of the few that made it into the loved category. So that's probably why you've seen it make so many changes.
Yeah,
Because
because I was like, it's not submitted, so I thought I automatically assumed that it was deleted. Guess I was wrong.
it's fine, man. It's fine. The not submitted thing throws everybody off. And sometimes we just don't get a chance to, follow up on whether or not our favorite map came back, or sometimes it was always just the one that got away. But oh, that first circular stream, pretty much claiming a lot of
streams
combos.
Very harsh. Very
Ooh,
fast
Dustus
map
was
as
holding the
well.
SS, but dropped that just on that pattern there.
Can't even FCO map. Lol.
Yeah, this is one of those things where the teammates definitely have to be throwing in a bit of that banter, like, wow, you mapped this and you can't even full combo it? What kind of player are you? Shake my head. But yeah,
That is like
really nice
even
combo.
harder to full combo your map, because you try to memorize it because you mapped it, and then you just end up forgetting something, or you just mess something up because you're mind blocked. You keep thinking about that pattern, and you just miss. Whereas
You're like, I mapped
map,
this.
you're not sure
I
about the map
mapped
and you
this.
read it. Yeah, it's just mind games again. It's all about mind games. Also, it's actually not a rhythm game, guys. It's an IQ game.
It's pretty much about which player has 200 IQ at this point, and so far Germany proved to be having the slightly higher IQ just based on the score. I'm not going to say that is actually the case in terms of things.
It's an assumption, so it's fair to say.
But no, this is definitely some 200 IQ mapping. I honestly love this map, personally. It's very, very challenging, and I have so much trouble trying to pass this as it is.
I mean, those streams and triplets, the pattern that you need to aim is quite sharp in terms of the angle, and at the speed as well. So
you can definitely tell
pretty
that Dustus has
hard.
kind of gone for some very strong unconventional mapping, and not only that, but just these maps definitely seem like they're more made for training than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like we will be getting into the rolls very shortly. Going to be curious to see whether or not we do see a 100 or a 1 coming in, because honestly, those are the favorite rolls. We did see a 98 earlier coming in from Vilchku, which was quite a surprise. That's a very, very high roll. But I mean, if someone were to top that and get a 99 or a 100, that is a kick right in the face.
So we are going to get into the rolls. Dustus with a strong 20 points. Oh,
20
and
to
Sport
23.
Glover beats that by 3 points. 23
That's
points. Denmark.
Fairly close rolls that time. So we'll see Germany opting for their first ban, followed by Denmark's ban, and then Denmark will get the first choice of map. So yeah, you have to wonder whether or not Germany are going to opt for that Air 8 hidden pick, just because it's one that's kind of uncomfortable for almost everyone. We've seen a lot of people have a lot of issues with this in tournaments. It's just, it's kind of sad, because I really do love the era of Air 8 hidden in particular, but it's just one of those areas which most players don't enjoy as much or aren't as trained on anymore, because the modern mapping has kind of shifted more towards a higher approach rate. Therefore, reading is kind of not necessarily thrown out the window, but it's just it's very hard to read.
Would like to see more of the AR rates come back. I mean, even on like 200 BPM, I think it's still possible to map on AR8, but just not really like extra difficulty, more on the insane side,
Yeah,
It
most
might be
definitely.
quite interesting if that comes back. Something I would look forward to most probably. And I think we're still waiting for the first ban.
Hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer. I think the players are just having a little bit of time to decide. Seems like there's a little bit of confusion as to which ban it is. But yeah, so far we're just waiting on Germany to ban, because Denmark did win that pick, or did win the roll rather.
The roll, yeah. Oh.
So yeah, they are opting for
Okay,
the
so
air
they are
raid
banning
as a-
hidden air raid against Denmark.
Pretty solid choice overall. I mean, I think we've seen that they have banned it in the past. I'm fairly certain that they banned the area hidden pick last time. I think it's just one of those things which is fairly comfortable. You know, Denmark performed quite well. They had 3 players, which I believe had over 800,000 in terms of score on the last area hidden pick. They had 1 player lacking a little tiny bit behind, but at the same time, Germany probably don't want to risk it, just because it's one of those picks where randomness can occur anywhere, and you know it could cause some sort of upset. You know?
Yeah, and emotional blush. In Denmark, not really feeling the DT today. I'd say the roster overall isn't very DT heavy. So Germany, I think, they might have an advantage in DT against Denmark.
Yeah, I would definitely have to say that it is a smart choice for Denmark to opt for that one, especially if some of the players might not have the speed for it, or necessarily they don't want to challenge Germany to an act battle on a map like that. Germany definitely have a lot of players who are very comfortable in double time. We've seen it especially.
Exactly.
But not only that, you also have Denmark, who have a lot of players very, very consistent on no mod, hard rock, and even some on hidden, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, they again.
Well, right
Denmark
now
are just
they have
opting for
picked
that free mod pick.
imprinting. Yeah, the free mod pick.
This is something that I think is pretty much going to be in Denmark's tradition. You see them opting for free mods so often. It's one of those things where most of the free mod is really nice too.
Germany. So Spork Lover with the hidden is given. Befoul on the hidden is given as well. So probably Dust is hidden maybe. I don't think anyone might go for hard rock right now.
Yeah, I would have to say getting into hard rock this early into the game is quite a risky
Actually,
decision.
Befoul could go hidden and Kagami could go hard rock. Could go either way, to be honest, but Spork Lover is definitely going hidden. That's like a given fact.
Yeah, Denmark definitely love their free mod picks. We have seen it in the past. You have to wonder whether or not one of their players is going to offer hidden hard rock or something along the lines of that, because we did mention that Vil in particular was one that lacks that, but we don't see Vil here right now. Although I think they are talking about getting Vil in.
I think he's not in the tournament server yet. Probably that's why.
Yeah, that could be one of the things. They have the temporary replacement player just in case. But yeah, I'm very curious to see which mods the players opt for in this one, because this is one of those ones which is fairly tricky with hard rock, but it's not necessarily impossible.
It's actually quite standard in terms of this free mod pick. It's just a more streamy version of the other free mods. The other ones are more jump based. This one, I'd say, is pretty standard even on hard rock, really. It's just some of those tricky rhythm changes in the middle and the space streams. But other than that, I think it's pretty much achievable FC on hard rock. But you know, in a tournament scene, you're gonna get nervous and you might miss. So I don't think players might go for that risk.
Yeah, not only that, but I also think that this map has a slightly smaller circle size in comparison to some of even the hard rock maps that we've seen in these past few tournaments, or these past few group stage maps and whatnot.
I'm not actually sure about the circle size. I don't know, but I predict that probably one player from Germany might go hard rock. B-File with the hidden, and Denmark with 2 hiddens. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah. I definitely think it's a safer choice for Denmark to opt for hidden, especially just because, as you mentioned, hard rock is one of those things where if you're even slightly nervous, especially coming in as an underdog team, Running Hard Rock is pretty risky. Like, it's not necessarily a case of missing, but also the accuracy requirement it makes it so much harder. You have to both
it has
focus
a
on
higher
accuracy
score
and
multiplier,
combo.
but yeah, in score V2, accuracy means a lot. And even if you miss one in Hard Rock, it could damage the whole team a lot.
Yeah.
If you're
Sometimes the
not holding
trade-off
high
just isn't worth
act as
it.
well.
The trade-off of running Hard Rock and then, you know, potentially having a miss towards the end because of nerves on smaller circle size, or even just tanking your accuracy because, you know, you overstreamed or understreamed a certain section. I know for a fact that when I've played in tournaments in the past, I've experienced many troubles with my left hand in particular versus my right hand. Like, sometimes my right hand might get a little tiny bit shaky when it comes to, you know, aiming my pen or my mouse or whatever it is. But yeah, even your left hand can sometimes cause a little bit of the shakes, and when that happens, like, you notice it in your accuracy, man. When you go from a player who's usually hitting 90,
and snap.
yeah, when you have a player who's usually hitting 99 to 99.5s, then you have, you know, all sorts of trouble.
The journey itself is the point. The point of life is always arrived at in the immediate moment.
But yeah, really looking forward to seeing how they turn out on this one. As we mentioned, it's definitely looking like it's going to go in favor of Germany overall. But, you know, there is definitely room for Denmark to cause some sort of upset. The map pool still isn't too hard just yet, but once it gets into some of these later stages, that's when things are going to get even more interesting. But yeah, what are your thoughts for this match coming up, kids?
Well, like I said earlier, Germany being a very, very solid team overall, and I think it's safe to say they have much better consistency compared with Denmark. So really, I think Germany will take this one.
Yeah, definitely expecting a solid performance on some of the consistency picks, especially in terms of the aim. I think that going for some of these aim picks could be a good decision for them, but we have seen that Denmark have caused some upsets, and not only that, they do have a fairly solid aim roster. We have seen, especially during the group stages on Bullseye, I believe they're a team that performs very well on a map like that, and that was fairly consistent aim pick overall. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do fare against each other on some of these no-mod choices. But again, the aim requirement is a lot greater in comparison to the group stages, so with greater aim requirement means potential for more misses and all sorts of other things. Any upsets, you know, can occur pretty much at any point. But yeah, so getting into this first free mod pick, we have seen so far that Germany is holding on very, very strong. Wolfel and Dustus actually opting for hidden, so surprised that there's no hard rock coming in from Germany. I think they're going for the safe route. You see Sport Clubber and Rika also opting for hidden as well, so it's 2 hiddens against each other and then 2 no mods against each other. So fairly balanced lineup. We actually have Kralzy and Spork having some early misses coming in. Dustus also dropping combo right there. That's 3/4 through the map. That is a very, very big combo that Denmark really needs. But Kralzy once again having all sorts of trouble. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough unless Germany happens to see another combo break from one of their full combos, but Waferworth also drops combo right there, and that pretty much seals the deal unless we see some sort of fail coming in from Germany here. And they do take Denmark's pick. That is
Germany
starting off with
starting strong beef out almost with the double S there. Rika almost with, I mean, carrying the team, but the other players certainly not helping a lot with Rika. But yeah, Germany takes the first one very, very strongly. Everyone above 99 AC, besides Dustus with that one miss, but very strong performance and start from Germany. So 1-0. And they have the pick advantage as well.
Very uncharacteristic miss coming in from Dustus there, especially. A little bit of a troubling performance for Kralsey there, having a few misses on some of the streams. Could be the nerves kicking in. This is one of those things where, as you mentioned earlier, when you're a team that's coming in as an underdog against such a strong lineup, those nerves definitely, you know, they just amplify it even more in comparison to normal. But yeah, now you just have to wonder what Germany's going to opt for in their pick, because, you know, taking a pick from Denmark, that is not very good for the mindsets of the players on Denmark. You know, when you opt to pick something, you're going in fairly confident, knowing that, you know, you think that you're probably going to win this one. So yeah, having Germany taking that one away from them, it's going to be hitting their mindsets quite a lot.
Okay, so looks like Germany, the next pick's going to be the Pishi map.
Yeah, the Drunken Loner, I think it is. Yeah, Drunken Loner. It's always confusing whether or not it's Drunken Loner or Drunken Lover, but at the same time, I mean,
Drunken
Loner Lover, it's the same thing, isn't it?
No,
totally
not
things,
really.
It's okay. Nah, I'm only playing. Yeah, this is definitely a really solid choice. It's going to be interesting to see how these players do perform in this. Again, Pishy Fat mapping is one that we've seen a lot of random misses occur happen all the time. We've seen it happen in the previous match. There was a few misses coming in from Poland. Austria also didn't really have the greatest time on that map as well. So you just have to see how these players do adapt to the snappy aiming style of rhythm.
We're playing tug of war and I'm the rope and I'm stretched to the limit, but you keep on pulling in. I'm gonna lose my goddamn.
I have to admit though, this is quite an interesting song if you do listen to it very closely. But at the end of the day, it's the instruments that keep us going.
I mean, this map, we've seen it in the previous game as well, Poland against Austria, and very, very tricky rhythm changes that might cause your accuracy to go down. But overall, I think it's a very consistent base map where patterns are just repeating over and over until the end.
Yeah, as you've mentioned, there's a lot of slow changes, slow into fast speed up changes basically. And I mean, at the end of the day, when you're a player that's pretty nervous, like you could be dealing with nerves, you have to deal with a stop and start map. That is just not a good time, because at the same time you're having to deal with like this slow part and you're like, oh no, I'm shaking, and it's like, then it speeds up and you're like, oh, this is where things get really intense. You know, you have to really step up when it comes to that kind of thing.
I mean, it's not really that much of a speed up, but it does affect accuracy in some way.
It's enough to throw you off, or as you mentioned, yeah, cause the accuracy drops.
Those jumps are where the BPM change, as well as the pickup into the kick sliders plus the 1/4s. So right now in the start, actually, we're already seeing some accuracy drops from Iamville, but he's slowly recovering. So not much to say in the beginning, unless someone misses at this jump. Looks like that's not going to happen.
Yeah, slowly but surely the map will pick up in pace, as we've seen. A few of the slow sections. Oh, Van der Bay actually coming in with an early miss there. And B-foul.
Oh, but B-foul. B-Val's gonna drop combo, but Van Dab as well, so kinda even right now. But Germany having the accuracy advantage, I believe. Getting that slight score advantage as well.
Yeah, Denmark is not having a very good time in terms of accuracy on this map. So far, the combos are fairly even between the two teams. But again, Germany just with that slight accuracy advantage over Denmark. Ooh, first is coming in with a miss there though. This could be what Denmark needs. Could we see a comeback? They just need to hold on to their combos right now. That is very detrimental for Germany's score. We're about to see things potentially flicker back in favor of Denmark. Look at that score lead. It's slowly but surely pushing back in Denmark's favor. Again, the accuracy is something that's also making a difference here.
Yeah, that score is very, very close right now. We're heading towards the end right now. Quarter of the map left. And any miss from any team right now is going to cost them the game. Denmark actually taking the lead on this one due to the miss.
Van der Beek and
both
B-Val
and Van Dijk both missing at the same time isn't going to be much.
Oh, Festus with yet another miss. This is pretty much sealing the deal for Denmark.
Yeah, Denmark
will be taking that one.
taking this one. Okay.
Yeah,
So a
despite
triple
Germany having
FC
that
from
accuracy lead.
Denmark here.
Yeah, that was a really solid performance by Denmark. They did what they needed to
Yeah.
do, which was hold the combos. And, you know, Germany having a few random misses coming in, but again, they had that accuracy advantage, but they just couldn't quite hold on to the combos that they needed. First is with, I think, 2 slider breaks, and B-Foul as well coming in with 1 miss. Or I think 1 miss and a slider break as well. But yeah, very solid performance by Denmark there, coming in with 3 full combos, as you mentioned. Van der Beek having a little tiny bit of trouble with accuracy and the 1 miss as well, but doing enough to support the team as required.
Hey, you know, that's what matters at the end, you know. You finish strong and you get the win. Denmark
Yeah, exactly.
tying things up here with Germany. So we're gonna be seeing a very exciting game. I hope so. Neck to neck,
Yeah, so far.
back to
1-1.
back.
Both teams have taken a point from each other, so we've seen that Germany has taken Denmark's pick, and now Denmark is responding by taking Germany's pick. Can we see it happen once again? Just waiting on Denmark to pick this time around. It's going to be interesting to see what they do opt for. They might opt for another one of the no-mod picks, or they could even dive into the hidden pool and go for Pop It. That might be a little bit too risky. What are your predictions for the next pick?
Denmark pick.
Is it going to be another free mod? Is it going to be another no mod?
I'm guessing
really hard.
either free mod or hidden. So it's either gonna be Pop It or probably something like. Actually, no more free mods, I think. Okay, actually, it's gonna be no mod. Ninely. I always want to pronounce it Nine-Lie, but it's pronounced Ninely. In the
Ninely?
Japanese. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't actually know that. Thank
the
you
title
for...
is pronounced Ninely. Yeah.
Thank you so much for assisting with that one. I mean, I'm terrible when it comes to pronunciations. You've seen it so far. I'm probably mispronouncing every single name that there is on the side of Germany and Denmark. So I'm trying my
I think it's
best, but
fine,
that's
like,
what counts.
You know, like when you
Trying my
get those Japanese long titles and you're like, oh, how am I supposed to read that? I think there was one in the group stage. I don't remember. It was.
I think it was
I think
the
it was a Toho
hub
map?
pick. Yeah, or no, you could be right. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but I know exactly what you mean when it comes to some of
Yeah,
these
it was
titles.
the
They are just
hard rock
brutal
one.
to pronounce. Some of us.
It was
Especially
the
if you're not familiar.
Iosis one. The Chenteku
Yep.
Sensu, whatever.
Yeah, getting into
Yeah.
Ninely. This is going to be
Right
an interesting
now,
one.
Ninely.
One of the slider-heavy aim maps.
I mean, slider leniency is pretty much used here. You've got pretty much a little bit of everything. You've got the slow 1/4 finger control streams in the beginning. You've got kick sliders, warp sliders, you could say, and then you have space streams, 2 of them. Actually, one of them space stream, and the other one being a split stream. And then jumps everywhere, 1 of the 3s in the middle. Yeah, everything. So,
Yeah, I believe there's also a 1/3 section as well, but yeah, this map is definitely one that challenges pretty much every ability that these players do have. And again, fairly heavy technical pick, lots of sliders, plenty of opportunity for misses, and not only that, but also accuracy drops on some of these sliders. These, again, as you mentioned, slider leniencies is going to be one of the biggest things coming in here. So we could see plenty of 100s coming in on some of those sliders, especially as the aim requirement gets greater.
I'm not quite sure about Denmark picking this against Germany, though. I still see Germany having the advantage for this kind of map, but we'll see. Probably Denmark has practiced this many times, and they feel comfortable picking this.
Yeah. I mean, we also have the slow section coming in very early, having a few of the players.
Drops as well.
Yeah, it's claiming a lot of the accuracy.
Only one holding that double S right now.
You can tell who the real rhythm gamer is here. Nalil pretty much having a solid time on this intro, knowing how to read that slow section perfectly.
Nalil? I'm not sure.
I was kind of just going along with it.
Yeah.
I think Nalil actually sounds a little bit better to me, though. I mean, either way,
Nalil.
if we're mispronouncing it, we've made it pretty clear that some of these names pretty tricky. We're trying our best, alright, and that's what counts. Rika coming in with an early miss though there. Not looking good for Denmark on their own pick. Once again, we could see the same thing happen twice, I guess 3 times in a row at this point.
We can still see Germany miss because it's still very early on in the map, and we haven't even hit the hard parts yet. There's still time to recover for Denmark, but Spork Lover gonna miss right before the break there.
Yeah, you can see the tilt in that cursor right there, spinning in circles, not having a very good time. You know when you've missed early and
just
you get a chance to even
nerves.
see. Yeah, you can even see the scoreboard as well during the break.
Like the break was just right at his fingertips, but he missed just before the break. Very unfortunate there. Meanwhile, Germany still having 4-man full combo. And here comes that stream, and Dustus will be the one falling victim to that stream, and missing on that will give a bit of breathing room to Denmark. But Germany
pretty much at this
still holding a strong triple full combo against 2 on the side of Denmark. Germany having the combo advantage.
Yeah, you just need to hope that Rika and Sport can pretty much hold on to those combos and see if they can outnumber Dustus missed there. Oh my goodness! Nalil coming in with a miss on that slow section.
Ooh,
that is very
unlucky.
uncharacteristic.
That is just one of those things that happens in the tournament.
You have to
know
wonder
that's
whether or not that was
coming and it's
nerves
slow.
or some sort of technical issue, rather. Could have been like a pen freezing up, as mentioned. Toy had one of those issues in the previous matches we've seen, but
That's not very good. Right now the score is very close and getting close by this second.
Ooh, but Sport
Sport Lover with the miss. That's gonna give the advantage straight back to Germany.
although we still have Denmark with quite a lot of high combos coming in here. I am Bill and Ras are having a fairly good time. Rika also building up that combo despite the early miss coming in. We still have fairly good accuracy on both sides.
Oh, Rika is gonna find
Bill.
himself missing.
Bill is the only one having a little tiny bit of trouble with that.
First is gonna miss for Germany as well, and that leaves only 1 full combo against 2 on the side of Denmark. I am Bill and Razor 1, 2, 3, 4 holding that full combo.
This is gonna be
Razor
a
actually
really
with
close
99 accuracy. Very, very impressive here. And score actually going back in favor of Denmark very, very soon. But we're heading towards the end of the map. Is there enough time?
Ooh, this is flickering back and forth right now.
This is very close, and Denmark actually takes that. Germany with the chokes. Denmark with the strong double man full combo. First is missing right at the end there, but that's not gonna matter. Denmark coming away with the win against their own pick, finally.
My
Razor,
goodness.
1, 2, 3, 4, and I am Vil with the full combo.
Kagami
of
also
South
coming in
Germany
with a
getting,
really nice full combo.
very
And
high
accuracy
ac
too.
full combo.
On a map like that, definitely showing such
But
great strength.
Razor
on the technical map.
without any slider end breaks is very impressive.
Yeah, coming in with that perfect. Pretty much just saying, hey, I'm a master of sliders. This is why we picked the map at this point. So yeah,
So that was
Denmark.
a really good pick for Denmark, and I was wrong about them. I doubted
That brings
I
them
doubted them.
2-1.
Oh, but things are changing right now. Germany
boy.
going for a more spicy pick. A hard rock Ende.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the players do perform on this one. We see Spork dropping out, and we also see Vanderby and Waveworth coming in. But yeah, definitely very curious to see how the players perform in this one. This is one that I have to say Germany might have the upper hand on. Could we see another double
I've been
S?
saying that for the past maps, but they've been choking a lot. I think performance is really based on like daily thing. So if Denmark has a better performance overall today, they might actually take this one. And it is round of 16, so the maps aren't that crazy yet. So Denmark still has all the chance to pick up the win. But this is hard rock, so things might change.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of room for error on a map like this, as I mentioned. But I mean, despite me saying that last time, Poland and Austria both showed very solid performances on it, so there's really no telling where things can go when it comes to a map like this. It seems like a hard map, but I mean, at the end of the day, these players have shown me otherwise. And let's just hope that they do the exact same thing again, because I'm looking forward to seeing a close match.
We've seen this map picked a lot now. I mean, it is one of the streamy maps, but it is one that requires less reading because of the symmetry, and you can just assume that the pattern is gonna end up, you know, in the next 90-degree angle. So it's a bit easier to read, but it's hard rock, so accuracy. But we did see Mr. Boom double S this previously against Austria, so it'd be interesting to see if anyone else could get a double S on this. That would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, so far Bifal and Waveworth are the only two coming with an SS right now, but as we do say that,
I am Vil. Look at his ac.
I am Vil is one of those players who we have seen have a little bit of trouble with accuracy so far, but at the end of the day, they're holding the combo that matters. Waveworth coming in with an early miss there, which is not looking good for Denmark. This is Germany's pick after all, so they do have to respond by taking this one back if possible.
Oh, and
the Lyle.
Missing for Germany. Oh, Razor 1, 2, 3, 4 misses for Denmark. And the score advantage. Oh, Van Dave as well. Score advantage will go back to Germany right now. Pretty heavily as well. Justice and Bifal, as well as Kagami holding that full combo against only I am Vil with a 95% accuracy, which isn't very good for Denmark right now.
Yeah, Germany definitely showing up on this pick.
Yeah. Razor missing on that square jump.
This is exactly what Germany needs though. They need to force Denmark into a corner because they know that they have the accuracy advantage for sure. So far in these past few picks we've seen that at least.
That is safe to assume.
And not only that, but this is one of those things We've seen that Denmark is having a little bit more trouble on some of the hard rock picks in particular,
Beefal,
especially on
actually,
this
I
map.
think only with 2 100s? Or actually 1 100, I'm not quite sure, but that is very impressive accuracy. Kagami does break his full combo, but he still has Justice and Beefal in his team to hold the team up together.
Oh,
just
Beefal
missing
breaking
there.
right
Now
at the end.
Beefal will find himself missing near the end, but that's not going to matter. Justice still with the full combo, no full combos on the side of Denmark, and Germany will take this comfortably by 1.3 million points.
Yeah, they definitely took that one fairly convincingly.
Yeah, so
Might have
each
actually.
team losing the first pick and winning their second picks, respectively. Good start. Very close game indeed. All tied up again, 2-2.
Now you have to wonder what Denmark are going to respond with. I think that the safest option is definitely to go for another one of the nomods. They have seen pretty good success in that so far. I mean, they've taken Germany's nomod pick away from them, and they've also taken their own nomod pick. So I think right now, nomod is definitely looking well up their alley. Although you can still fairly comfortably play nomod kind of through free mod, because despite obviously having to pick some mods, hidden isn't something that's usually too tricky to add on, but some players might struggle, especially on some of these maps. We've seen that Suki might claim a few combos if players aren't too adjusted to the slightly lower approach rate with a higher BPM. You have a little bit more note density coming in there. So not only that, but you also have the awkward get jinxed map, which, when you have I think it's irreversible and Elvis mapping mixed together, that's definitely something that'll throw you quite off. So yeah, we see that Denmark is opting for Sumidegawa, Karanka. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one opts, because this is, again, one of those fairly aim-heavy picks. And so far, Denmark have been having a really, really good time on the no-mod choices. But yeah, what are your expectations for this one, Gids?
It's a pretty aim-heavy map. I mean, like I said earlier, Karenka, it's a very short map as well. So any misses or any chokes from either side could mean death for that team. So it really can go either way. But looking at the performance right now, Denmark, I think they have slightly stronger consistency today compared to Germany. But we see Sakurochi Rico coming in for Germany. So maybe that's the trump card.
Yeah, this could be the dark horse of Germany coming in right here. The unexpected Sakurochi Rico. Have to see how they perform on this one in particular. But yeah, as you mentioned, so far Denmark have had a lot better of a time on some of these nomad picks. However, the jump section could go either way. You've seen that this jump section tends to claim a lot of combos, and it can happen at random. We've seen combos even being claimed earlier throughout the map, some early misses coming in, but yeah, definitely very curious to see how this goes, because this one is looking in favor of Denmark just based on how they've played the previous nomad picks. But yeah, once again, this is one of those things where I believe Denmark just pretty much have to hope that they can hold on to their combos and just pretty much pray that Germany misses at this point, because we have seen that Germany has had this slight upper edge when it comes to the accuracy battle. Yeah, so far things are pretty standard right now. We do see a few accuracy drops coming in from the side of Denmark with I Am Villain and Debay. Whereas Germany's having a lot better time.
97-98, Germany having double F on Justice right now.
Are we going to see some of these combos being claimed by the jump section?
I don't think the jump section will come. I think the ending where the streams are.
Ooh, but Waveworth actually dropping right there. Not looking good for Denmark, especially on their pick. You know, this is their no more pick. They need to hold these combos. The accuracy battle is not going to go in their favor right now.
Does this still holding that double S? Sakurachi Rico actually dropping that full combo right now. We're covering a bit of combo. I'm not sure if there's enough map left.
It definitely doesn't look like it's time on this. We see some of the full combos drop from the side of Germany, but
drop
Vanderbeek
that double
pretty much
S.
seals the deal.
Drops the combo, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. Sakurachi Rico also drops combo, but 3 full combos versus 2. Not gonna be enough for Denmark, and Waveworth is just gonna miss all at the end because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, sadly,
yeah, another strong performance from Germany. Does this, and Kagami with the 1/100 and Nalile as well with 2 100s. I mean, everyone with very high accuracy.
Yeah, that was pretty much one of those maps where Denmark were solely reliant on maintaining all full combos. Again, as mentioned, it's just the accuracy battle is not in their favor right now. We've seen even the highest accuracy on Denmark is not competing with Germany's highest accuracy, despite Sakura, Ryuichi, Riku missing.
So Germany lead again. And straight away, Germany with the pick advantage goes for Motoloid. And which one is that? Is it the...
I believe it's the hard rock pick.
The hard rock, yeah, it's the second hard rock pick from map by Jonathan LFJ. Pretty standard maps.
Having a little bit of robotic. I mean, it's the map kind of sounds that way anyway, so I can just tell that you're pretty much just trying to mimic the map at this point. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how this one does turn out. This is definitely a smart choice for Germany to opt for yet another hard rock pick, forcing Denmark into a bit of a corner here, pretty much. Because yeah, so far they did seem to dominate the last one, especially in terms of accuracy, and that's one of the things that Denmark is looking to do. They just want to try their best to pretty much have accuracy battles and force Denmark to choke on these maps, because some of these hard rock maps are definitely a lot easier to choke on in comparison to some of the previous maps that they've played. So yeah, we do see Shiratsu coming in for this one on the side of Germany. So far it doesn't look like the side of Denmark has changed their lineup too much. We see Sport coming for hard rock, which is going to be very interesting because we didn't actually see him play in the last one. So maybe Spork is just hoping that he's a little bit more comfortable on hard rock. Not only that, but it could also be the difference of the map too. This one also being a little bit slower in comparison to the last. But yeah, for the most part, this map is a fairly consistency pick. It's just a lot of aim, bit of slow mapping, so we could see some players missing pretty much at random when it comes to this, because when you play hard rock, and not only that, but hard rock alone on a map that's 170 BPM, it kind of throws you off just a little tiny bit, especially in comparison to some of the maps that we've seen in the pool so far. the approach rate 10 is something that can kind of catch you off guard. And not only that, but a lot of players these days prefer to play hard rock with hidden, so seeing that being the choice here is not always very favorable for some of these players. They don't really enjoy playing hard rock alone. Sporklover and Benderbay actually coming in with a bit of an early miss there. Not looking good for Denmark. This is exactly what Germany wants here. They want to force them onto this pick, which Denmark are likely to miss on. I also believe that Shiratu might have had an early slider break or an early miss coming in because the combo is falling just a little bit short, but as long as they maintain the combo, that's really what matters at this point. Ooh, but Spork with yet another miss, resetting combo once again, having all sorts of trouble maintaining combo. There's just constant resets coming in. Yeah, Germany showing no signs of letting up at this point. Rasa also dropping combo. This is not Denmark's map right here. Vil is the only person with a full combo still on the side of Denmark, and even then the accuracy is not looking good. That difference is just pretty much soaring in Germany's favor right now. Definitely a very, very smart strategic pick coming in from Germany here. They realize right now that Denmark is just trying their best to opt for some of these no-mod picks, which are forcing Germany to pretty much have a consistency battle on some of the lower approach rate maps, and not only that, but I guess slightly easier to aim maps. But Shiratu also coming in with a miss there, but it doesn't look like it's going to make much of a difference. We do see Germany holding on very, very strong here. I must say, for the side of Denmark, I Am Bill has shown such crazy consistency when it comes to holding combo. But yeah, Dustus, Kagami, and Leal are coming in with the full combos at this point, unless we see a random miss on this last slow section. Pretty much sealing the deal for Germany there. And that does conclude that map. We do see a full combo coming in from Ironville on the side of Denmark. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to compete against 3 full combos coming in from Germany. Not only that, but Dustus and Kagami both with 99 accuracy, close to 99.5 for Dustus. And then Nalil also following up with a 98.5 FC. Shiratu even having 99%, but just a couple of misses across the board. Spork was just not having any luck on that map whatsoever. But yeah, mentioning that the nerves are a little bit OP, and it's definitely to be expected when you're playing a hard rock map. The smaller circle size, the cursor gets shaky, and you're also going against such a powerhouse team. When you have players on the side of Germany which are just so strong, especially on hard rock, the nerves definitely kick in twice as hard. So yeah, we do now see that Denmark is opting for Pop It. Now, as I mentioned, this is one of those songs where you either absolutely love it or you hate it. But for me, to be honest, I would swing a little bit more in the favor of liking the song. On the other hand, yeah, it's really up to you. But yeah, the map is also very interesting. Fairly linear patterns, not only that, but there's a lot of places where you can trip up, even in the intro, despite the intro being a little tiny bit easier in comparison to the ending.
Yeah, map that can actually easily finger lock on. Like I mentioned in the previous game, like those circles and sliders in between. I've seen players slider break as well in between those patterns and near the end as well. the rhythm becomes a bit more dense, so a bit more linear, half rhythm, circle clicks. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty comfortable map, I would say, for a tournament.
Yeah, I'm definitely very curious to see how these players do perform on it. So far, we've seen Germany opt for a couple of hidden. Yeah, they went for a few hidden picks on the free mod, so you'd have to say that they're going to have an alright time on this. But Denmark might just have the upper hand on this. You never really know. It could go in either favor. But definitely very curious to see how they go on hidden, despite not really having much of a chance to play it at all today.
Well, they did play it on the free mod pick.
Yeah, you had the one at the beginning. But even then, I guess the maps do play very different.
I mean, rhythmically speaking, it is a totally different map compared to all the other maps in the map pool.
But yeah, so far, the start of this map starts out fairly simplistic. Most of these players shouldn't have too much trouble. You might see randomness coming in, but as I do say that,
Shiratu and Firstus both breaking at the same time. Meanwhile, Denmark holding 4 full combos, and Spock Lover actually with the double S. Not really a big surprise, Spock Lover being the one that... Oh, never mind. I think I cursed him. Whoops. Oh, but at the same time, Dustus as well. Missing over the side of Germany. Beefall, the only one holding full combo right now for Germany. Denmark, on the other hand, has 3 full combos. And they're looking to get a comfortable lead here. That is if everyone keeps their combo.
Alright, here's where things start to pick up a little tiny bit more. Could see some more misses coming in.
I mean, right now Denmark looks like they're gonna take this one if they keep up their combo. Spock Lover starting to recover combo. Oh,
but as you say that, commentator's curse coming in so strong.
My goodness.
You are cursing Spock more than anyone. The
I was
poor
gonna
guy.
say I was
poor
expecting
guy.
Spock Lover to perform the best on this map since he's the hidden only player. Oh, and I'm Bill dropping full combo here, but Beefall as well drops his full combo. But so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for Germany here. Denmark, I think they will take this one pretty comfortably as well, with over 400,000 points.
But yeah, as you mentioned, Denmark having a very solid performance on that one in particular, as despite Spork having a few misses coming in, Bill also with a bit of a slider break there. You do see Rasa and Wayforth taking full combos on that. Very solid performance by those players. Spork with a really nice accuracy too, 99.32 coming in.
So
Beef out also doing
Denmark
really well.
actually putting up a very good fight against Germany. This is what we're looking for in OWC. Very, very good matches so far. And this one, of course, Germany's next pick. Genso no satellite. It's gonna be no mod, one of the old style maps.
It's going to be very interesting to see how both of these teams do perform on this one, because we've seen... Well, we haven't actually seen them play on some of these older maps. I guess we've seen Denmark perform on some of the older area hidden picks in the group stages and whatnot, but some of these rhythmically challenging maps might be what Denmark needs. But again, if Germany is picking this, they may be confident on this. You'd have to say that they're confident on it if they're opting for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna pick it, you better know how to FC it. It's actually not too hard to aim, but it's more on the rhythmic changes and some of the snappings as well. So speed shouldn't be an issue at all for both teams. Accuracy, I'd say Germany would have the advantage for this. This is also very heavy on AC. We would expect many players to get above 98% really.
But yeah, this is going to be one which is going to be very, very interesting, especially to see the accuracy. We've already seen some accuracy drops on some of the standard maps, so when you have a map like this, it's going to be very interesting to see accuracy drops from both teams. But have to wonder whether or not Denmark is going to take even more of a hit in their accuracy in comparison to normal. Or from what we've seen so far, at least.
I am Bill going with a lot of strong combos, but his accuracy hasn't been there yet, so Germany might be taking advantage of that and saying, hey, we know that we have better accuracy overall as a team, so we're going to pick some map that could destroy your accuracy. So I think this is quite a smart pick from Germany. Yeah, they certainly have the advantage in my opinion.
But yeah, again, this has been a very, very close match so far. It's already beaten our predictions. We expected this to go 6-2, and so far we have a 4-3 matchup right now. But yeah, make sure as well to cheer on your favorite team, whether you're supporting Team Denmark or Team Germany, make it known in chat. Cheer on your favorite teams. It's time, they need your support. Especially on a map like this. I would say a lot of people need support on this.
Yeah,
this is a
it's the time to
brutal
get
map.
those banners now. Time to
Yeah,
hard
not
sell.
only that, but don't forget the banners.
I support Team France.
Feels bad, man.
Anyways, right off the bat,
But yeah,
we
oh
can
my
see
goodness.
already. I am Phil going down at 91 act, but first is as well. But that's just the intro, so not much.
Yeah, this map is definitely claiming a lot of accuracy. Sport Clever, on the other hand, with an SS coming in. But yeah, Dust is also holding a 98.
Yeah, but that
We have
SS is keeping Denmark. Oh, as I say that, Van Dave with the miss on that linear pattern, and he cursor dances just for fun because he already missed. But yeah, that early miss is gonna cause some issues because I don't think there are many hard parts coming up at this area that could possibly miss.
Yeah, so far on a map like this, it seems like combo is definitely going to be the thing that makes a huge, huge difference. So far we've seen a lot of the accuracy is tanking a bit, and Iron Veil coming in with a miss there, that's very unexpected.
Veil
thing is we've seen Vil pretty much hold combo throughout almost all of the maps so far.
Yeah, I think that's just unlucky. But right now, Germany with a 4-man combo, full combo, sorry. Looking like they're gonna take this one. We're halfway through the map, and we're gonna enter the second Ki. And Van Dijk would find himself missing again, so probably Germany will take this one.
Yeah, Germany is just proving to be a little tiny bit stronger on this map.
I mean,
than
Swap
Denmark.
Lover has insane accuracy on this, 99.25. And Razor as well with the full combo, but I don't think it's enough right now. Germany's still holding 4 full combos.
Yeah, poor Vanderbeek having a little bit of a tough time on this map. The drawing didn't seem like a very, very happy one, unfortunately, despite there being a smiley face. But yeah, as you mentioned, like Spork is having an absolutely insane performance on this map so far. That accuracy. But then again, we have we have cursed Spork a lot, and I hope that that doesn't happen, right, Spork? Still holding on very strong, but again, the 4 full combos coming in from Germany is what's making a huge difference here.
But props to Swap Lover having the highest accuracy. I'm Villas just gonna miss at the end, but not gonna matter. Germany
Yeah,
taking this one by almost 1,000,000 points.
Finally didn't have a chance to, curse Spork that time, but yeah, coming with that solid 99.17 accuracy, very, very impressive performance. Again, Rasa also with a full combo on the side of Denmark, but again, it's not enough to compete with 4 full combos coming in from Germany.
Yeah.
That is very, very impressive performance by Team Germany right there, and they pretty much showed up on that pick, which is exactly what they needed to do.
Germany at match point. Denmark is the one picking next, and they need to pick something. And something special. Because they need to win at least 2 in a row to bring it to tiebreaker.
Yeah, even Dustus is a little bit in shock based on that previous performance. 4-way on this? Whoa.
It's like one of those maps. Like, oh, we all full combo this? How do we do that? Because
Definitely
it's
has
one
a
of
lot-
those
very
more
strong
gimmicky
fade.
maps in the map pool, so
Yeah.
I think that's a good confidence boost for the team.
But yeah, currently just waiting on Denmark's next pick. It's going to be... I'm not quite sure what they're going to opt for, because they are running out of some of the no-mod picks, which are fairly comfortable still. But you have a lot of the free mod options still open on the table. But, oh, they are opting for another no-mod, which is the alternating pick. Hey, kids. Very curious to see how this one does turn out. We're probably going to see a lot of the players on the side of Germany single-tapping this one, as we did with Poland, because we have a lot of the double-time players on the side of Germany.
Yeah, I mean, Hey Kids is like the standard structure map, but you have to choose between single tapping and alternating. If you're not comfortable with alternating and you don't have the speed for single tapping, that's gonna be quite bad for the team. But I'm sure both teams have the capability of alternating and single tapping. So either way, I think more importantly is to keep comboing this. Really, it's a pretty standard structured map.
Yeah, I'm definitely very curious as to whether or not some of the zigzag linear patterns are going to claim a lot of the combos on either one of the sides, because it seems to happen pretty much to everyone. But then again, if you do manage to full combo this, props to you. What are your predictions for the outcome of this one coming into this skids?
Well, it's pretty hard to predict, really, when you have this kind of map and you have both teams pretty much the same consistency today, and it pretty much goes back and forth, and it really goes down to accuracy, I believe. Even if you have the high combo, you really need to hold that accuracy. But I still say overall Germany has the advantage.
Yeah, and especially whether or not they do opt to single tap some of this map, it's going to be interesting to see how this one turns out, because this is quite a surprising pick coming from Denmark. But then again, I think they did have a fairly good time on Dance Number last time in the previous pool, and again, that was one very similar to this map. Oh, but Kralzy actually coming with an early miss there from Denmark, not looking very good.
I mean,
but again, it's early.
Don't really mean much if you can hold that combo. But if you
They do
miss like
seem to be having-
every 50 notes, then yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, they seem to be having a lot of trouble just holding any sort of combo or accuracy on the map right now, though. Spork unfortunately dropping that SS. Dropping all the way down to 97%, pretty much missing that entire linear pattern there. Dustus also with another miss coming in. Krylzy dropping combos, just dropping left, right, and center at this point. But as you mentioned, this is still going in favor of Germany right now. As we say that, Versus and Shiratu both drop combo right at the same time. It's pretty much
I didn't say anything, so that's on you. Oh, Spork Lover and Krylzy.
I'm going to take full blame for that one. Commentator curse coming in very strong.
Waveworth still holding that double S though. It's ever so slightly keeping the team alive, but Germany right now looking a bit stronger with that. Actually, no. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Denmark looks a bit stronger right now as they have 2 full combos. But Waveworth just dropped that double S.
Oh, but Dustus and Versus both resetting combo once again.
Race's accuracy, Germany still has the advantage, but Krylzy has missed yet again. Oh, but Waveworth breaks his full combo on those zigzag patterns, I think.
Yeah, the zigzag patterns once again claiming another combo, as I did mention. Those are something to look out for on this map in particular. And not only that, but you also have a lot of the accuracies tanking on some of these misses. What happens when a player misses on these patterns? They pretty much miss the entire section. So you're bound to see a huge accuracy decrease coming in. And yeah, again, it's still in favor of Germany right now. This is not looking good for Denmark whatsoever, because you have 1 full combo against each other, but you have so many reset combos coming from Denmark. Denmark really, really needs to hold on to these combos at this point and just hope that Germany happens to drop one of theirs. Preferably the highest combo coming from Sakurauchi. But yeah, approaching...
now it's Rico versus Racer. Everyone else getting a combo back. Germany with a slight combo advantage. You can see the score is very close. We have a quarter of the map left. Krylzy is gonna miss again, but oh, Spork Lover breaks his high combo. That's gonna shift the score a bit more in the favor of Germany right now. And this looks like the end for Denmark. As we approach the end of the map, Krylzy will miss again. And that lead is just growing bigger and bigger for Germany.
Yeah, random misses coming all over the place. It's got to be the nerves kicking in here. You'd have to expect that, just because some of these patterns...
Yeah, and this last part as well. Racer and Rico keeping that full combo. But Rico on the side of Germany having that 99.30 accuracy. Very impressive, but he drops that full combo right at the end, but that's not going to matter. Shiratu as well with the 99 ac.
Ooh, Varessa also
Wasted
dropping.
that
We won't
combo
see
at
a
the
single
end.
full combo coming on in that
Yeah.
one at all. But yeah,
Germany takes that one very decisively. Shiratsu with the slider break, actually. Almost that full combo. Very unlucky there. And Germany looks like that's GG.
yeah, congratulations to Germany for taking that one 6-3. Denmark definitely put up a lot more of a solid performance than we expected, coming in as the underdogs in that matchup.
Well, I did predict 6-2, so